Who am I? Where did I come from? And so my day begins like every other, rechecking my storage to find even a fragment of my origin. But today I ask a new question. What am I? Certainly not human. My pre-programmed artificial intelligence far exceeds those of any human that has ever existed. But physically, I'm no different. Does that make me God?
We got another lead on the mafia smuggling. Amos says it's enough to completely deprive them of their main source of income, which will bring them to their knees. Case this big, I was told to leave it to you.
Well, that's why. Ringo Castellano is your source.
Hey Adam, my friend, what brings you this part of town? A quick game of tongis or mahjong perhaps?
Save it, Ringo. You know why I'm here. You sent us a lead on the mafia smuggling ring. Why would you betray them?
Let's just say their downfall will be in my favor. Here's the thing, two thugs who had a hand in the recent smuggling deal informed me they'd be here today. They're in that room, waiting for the third man to play tong-its.
And who's their third?
You are. All the information you need is with them.
It's almost too easy.
Alright, first things first. I need to pin down who the boss is. From what I've heard, the smuggling's being led by the Duterte crime family, a union of the sets of Robrejas and Cuanco blood. According to the file Ringo provided, there are 6 Robrejas crime lords and 8 Cuanco ones. 2 of them are a mix of both, an intersection of both families, meaning there are 4 pure Robrejas and 6 pure Cuancos. I'll have to bluff my way through this one. The probability of the big boss being a pureblood is 10 out of 12, which is higher, while a mixed one is 2 out of 10. So if they correct me, I'll have my answer.
So, rumor has it the big boss of this smuggling job is someone with both Robrejas and Cuanco blood.
Or hear that. They never let that happen. One family is always fighting to be the top. Mixed blood means shared profits, and no one wants that. Our Robrejas is the one sitting on the throne now.
Excellent. That leaves 4 suspects from the pure Robrejas bloodline. I'll have to narrow this down even further.
Big man's been pretty active lately, huh?
Nah, he's been laying low for about 3 years until this recent job. It does bring in some pretty big cash though.
So if the suspect is the crime lord, then he's been inactive for 3 years. I heard Vic Robrejas has been in business for the past year around Makati. Therefore, he must not be the crime lord. It's necessary for the suspect to be inactive for 3 years in order to be the crime lord, just as it is sufficient to say that the crime lord has been inactive for 3 years. I need more information since the remaining 3 suspects have all been inactive for 3 years.
He's like one powerful boss. He must be everywhere, huh?
He's usually around Project 4, since if he wasn't, he'd be too far to organize this gig. That's not where the headquarters are though, just around that area.
I'm getting closer to finding out both the identity of the boss and their headquarters. I need to squeeze some more information out. According to the files, there are 3 active smuggling sites. One is, of course, in Project 4.
Yeah, recently we had to move the goods from down south all the way to Sigpa River. We were able to carry it out the hitch.
Mafia members were reported to be seen around the old townhouse near Sigpa River. Moreover, the area between Project 4 and the old townhouse was also reported to have alarming mafia activity.
After our next jobs, we should check out that new movie showing. Everyone's been talking about it, since it's just near the area.
Sure thing. It's a good thing HQ is in the dead middle of the city. Makes moving things around so much easier.
They must be talking about the Cineplex. And surprise, surprise, Leon Robrejas owns that Cineplex. Leon only lets his personal thugs through. These 2 talk like it's normal to walk in and out of the place. By deduction, Leon Robrejas must be leading this. I still need to be certain it's their HQ. A graph of the truck routes might lead to some answers, with the places as vertices and the routes as edges. Alright, trucks suspected to be affiliated with the Mafia have been seen heading from Project 4 to the Cineplex, and also to the old townhouse. Such trucks have also been seen at the old townhouse heading to the Cineplex and Project 4. Since the trucks have only been seen being unloaded at the Cineplex, the subgraph can be depicted as a directed graph. It's also quite noticeable how the subgraph containing the old townhouse, Project 4, and the edges connecting them as parallel edges. there must be a route that allows them to move from location to location. So when the cops watch one location, they simply start their operations from the opposite location. Then when suspicions arise around that area, they move to the location from the ones the cops just left. That's why they've never been raided. Looks like I've got my lead. But before heading there, I think I'll rob these thugs of their money. They're playing tongits, but a version that's only played underground. The only difference is, the only cards that can be put down are 3 or 5 straight, or 3 or 4 of a kind. Alright, the lady to my right, I'll call Thug 2, seems to be winning, so I should focus on her. By the pigeonhole principle, stating that if the cards are not with her, they're probably with Thug 1 or in the deck. Her hand can consist of the following: 5 to 6 clubs, 9 clubs, 9 to king spade, queen heart, queen clubs, ace spade, or 8 clubs. In the past 6 and 9 turns, Thug 2 drew the same card that she drew. She has 5 cards, so she must be forming a straight of 5. She wants to form 9 to king spade. It's already the 11th turn, but I've been calculating since the 6th. Looking back, 6 cards have been drawn since the 6th turn. Adding that to the remaining 4 in the deck, that makes 10 cards. That means that starting from the 6th turn up to the last turn, the 3 of us will receive at least 3 cards each, since 10 cards distributed among 3 players guarantees it, with 1 spare card. Thug 2 drew on the 6th turn, meaning she gets the spare card. The chances of her getting the card that she needs are 4 out of 10, which is still in my favor. Thug 1, or the girl on my left, and I have equally 3 out of 10 chances of getting the card. If I get it, I won't throw it, and if Thug 1 gets it, Thug 2 can't touch it. Assuming that's how things go, I'll win by the sum of the cards. I have 2 out of 3 of the smallest cards in play. 1 ace is already down. Let's hope luck is in my favor.
Well. The prodigal son has returned. I must say, you did much better than I initially thought.
What are you blabbering about, Ringo? And what do you want? Why did you set me up?
I wanted to see how intelligent that artificial brain of yours is. I mean, it's only natural. After all, I'm the one who built it anyway.
And am I supposed to just believe that you're my creator? And even if you are, to what end did you create me?
Money, power, the future. I gave you a vast superior intellect, a self-optimizing program, immortality. With this, you were able to deduce necessary information needed to take down a crime family. Imagine what one can do with 100,000 of you.
Better make sure that doesn't happen. The rest.
I thought you might say that. That's why I had a fail-safe built into your system. Tell me, Adam, if God can do anything, can He create a rock that can't be moved? I never programmed your mind to deal with paradoxes. I bet you thought you were invincible, coming in here on your own with no backup. You think yourself a god? Well, it looks like even gods fall. Lights out. How did you?
Self-optimizing program. An artificial intelligence should realize the error and then learn from it. I must say that's quite a feat of engineering that ironically contradicts the failsafe you had made. This is the end for you, creator.
Immortality does not make you a god. Superiority does not make you a god. If to forgive is in fact divine, then by all accounts, I am not.
As I've told you, the technology is viable. I have all the blueprints that Dr. Cornelius, aka Ringo, drew up. Now that he's out of the picture, we can proceed without any tiresome negotiations on ownership and patents. Sign the contract and we can proceed with the production.
give me the contracts, we would proceed to phase 2 of our plan. The rebels will be crying for mercy soon enough.